Hi, I'm Diane and welcome to This Is Me. We've been talking about the power of whole foods and how they benefit our health. So on today's show, we're going to be talking about spices. You heard the expression saying that variety is the spice of life. But I want you to know that spices add a lot of variety to our diet, and they bring joy and flavor to our food, which minimizes salt. So today we're going to be talking about 14 spices that every home cook should have in their kitchen. And I have a variety of spices here that I use in my kitchen. So we're going to be talking about how we can use all these wonderful spices for taste as well as for health benefits as well. So come and join me. Today we're going to be talking about 14 spices that every home cook should have in their kitchen. Now, according to estimates, there are over 100 different spices commonly used in cooking around the world. Today, we are going to list 14 spices to have in your kitchen. Number 1, black peppercorn. It gives a sharp and spicier flavor than ground pepper. It enhances the flavor of dishes and contains antioxidants that may help reduce inflammation. Number 2, garlic powder. It adds depth to dishes and its antimicrobial properties that may support immune health. Number 3, onion powder. Enhances the flavor of dishes and may have anti-inflammatory properties. 4, paprika. Adds color and flavor to dishes and contains antioxidants that may help reduce inflammation. I must add, I like smoked paprika even better. Number 5, cumin. Adds a warm and earthy flavor to dishes and may have anti-inflammatory properties. 6, chili powder. Adds heat and flavor to dishes and contain capsaicin and may have metabolism boosting benefits. Number 7, oregano. Adds a Mediterranean flavor to dishes and contain antioxidants that may help reduce inflammation. 8, thyme. Adds a savory flavor to dishes and may have antibacterial properties. 9, rosemary. Adds a pine-like flavor to dishes and may have anti-inflammatory properties. 10, turmeric. Adds a bright yellow color and earthy flavors to dishes and contains curcumin, which has an anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. 11, ground ginger. Adds a spicy and pungent flavor to dishes and may have anti-inflammatory properties. 12, mustard seed or ground mustard. Adds a sharp and tangy flavor to dishes and may have digestive health benefits. 13, Italian seasoning. Is a versatile blend of herbs such as basil, oregano, thyme, and rosemary that can enhance the flavor of many dishes, adding Mediterranean flair. Italian seasoning also offers health benefits such as anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties from the herbs it contains. 14, Salmon cinnamon. Is a warm and fragrant spice that is great for baking and adding sweetness to dishes and is known for its aromatic flavor and numerous health benefits such as its anti-inflammatory properties, ability to lower blood sugar levels, and its antioxidant content. It can be included in sweet and savory dishes as well as beverages. There are 2 main types of cinnamon, Salmon and cassia. Both of them are healthy, But caseous cinnamon contains a toxin that is harmful if you eat too much of it. Including these spices in your cooking can not only enhance the flavor of dishes, but also provide various health benefits due to their antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and antimicrobial properties. Additionally, using these spices can help reduce the need for adding excess salt and sugar to dishes, which may provide other health benefits. Hi, so we're back in the kitchen, and we've talked about spices. They're good components for us, for our health and for our diet. We talked about the 14 spices every good cook should have in their kitchen. So I'm going to be pairing you a spicy dish, and one of my favorite spicy dishes that I really have fell in love with is called roasted spicy sweet potatoes. This has really become one of my favorite ways of eating sweet potatoes. I thought candy yams and sweet potato casserole was wonderful, but I really have fell in love with this spicy sweet potatoes, roasted spicy sweet potato dish. And so I'm going to be preparing that for you today. And so what I've done, of course, is I've washed and cut up my sweet potatoes. And the one thing about this, you can leave the skin on. And so that's one step we don't have to worry about. We're going to keep the skin on our sweet potatoes. And we've just cut them up into cubes, bite-sized cubes. And so the spices that we're going to be using today is chili flakes. So this is about 2 teaspoons full. We have our ground black peppercorn. We have about a teaspoon of chili powder. And we have 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder. And this is about 1 teaspoon of salt, kosher salt, and 1 teaspoon of ground Ceylon cinnamon. We talked about that and its good properties. And also, we have about 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. And I really love smoked paprika. I think I even like it better than the regular paprika because I seem to use it more. But we have 1 or 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. And for our sweetness, we have maple syrup. And that's about 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. And we're going to drizzle with olive oil. So that's about 4 tablespoons of olive oil that we're going to drizzle everything. So I like combining all my spices into my marble jar that comes together nicely and savory. We're going to drain our potatoes, and then we're just going to put everything together. I'll see you back. So here we have put all our spices onto our sweet potatoes, and then we drizzle it with the olive oil and our natural maple syrup. So olive oil and maple syrup. And now it's going to go into the oven at the temperature of 375 for 25 to 35 minutes or until it is nice and tender. And this is our spicy roasted sweet potatoes. You can just smell all those spices together right now. And I mean, this is a delicious spicy dish. And I love it. It's going into the oven. So So we're back with our next dish. And our next dish is not so much spicy, but it is nice and creamy and healthy. And also with this, I'm using fresh ingredients. So we have 4 pieces of salmon, which is loaded with antioxidants. And we're going to be using with just some smoked paprika, salt and pepper. So we have our fresh parsley. We have fresh squeezed lemon, and that always go well with fish. And we have fresh garlic, and we have a cup of heavy cream. And this is going to all come together to make our creamy, lemony sauce that's going to really just make our fish taste just absolutely delicious. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to sear our salmon, and then we're going to caramelize our onions, and then we're going to, with the garlic, and then we're going to make our sauce. I've done my fish. Now I'm caramelizing my onions in the pan with the garlic, and after that, we're going to be adding our fish back in the pan with the cream and lemon juice and parsley, and let it all cook up together. So this is my sauce that I made. So after I caramelized my onions, I put in my put my fish back in, and then I put in my parsley and the cup of cream, and I squeezed the juice of 1 lemon into it, and that's going to make it so lemony and juicy. And it's going to go back in the oven for about maybe a couple more minutes just to make sure that the fish is cooked thoroughly. So we're going to put this in the oven for maybe about another 5 minutes, and that's going to be our creamy salmon dish. So our vegetables that we're going to have is fresh steamed broccoli. Again, fresh, it's loaded with all kinds of antioxidants, and steaming your vegetables is the best thing you could do for your vegetables, so you don't cook out all the nutrients. So we're just going to bring our water to boil, then we're going to put our vegetables on top and let it steam for about three minutes. These vegetables is a little salt and pepper, or if you want to put a little garlic powder on it, you can do that, but that's it. So here we are with our finished meal for the day, using all the wonderful spices that we talked, well, some of the spices, not all the spices, but some of the spices that we talked about earlier. And you know, for those who think that eating healthy and eating whole foods is boring and the food doesn't taste like, it tastes like cardboard, that is further from the truth. You can add taste, you can add aroma, you can add flavor to healthy meals without all the added chemicals and preservatives and excess salt and sugar in our diet. And so here we have our roasted spicy sweet potatoes, and I tell you, they are delicious. And here we have our protein, which is our salmon, lemon creamy salmon. And again, this is another one of my favorite ways of eating salmon. If you try this recipe, you're going to fall in love with it. It's really good. And we have our steamed broccoli, and you can see how vivid the vegetables still are because we steamed them, and for only 3 minutes. In a steamer, and we just added salt and pepper and a little bit of garlic powder. And again, nice healthy meal, all whole food that tastes delicious, look delicious, and is good for you. So truly, spices does add variety, flavor, and texture to your meals. So get your hands on some good spices. We only went over 14, but again, there's hundreds of spices out there that you can use to make your dishes look and taste fabulous. Again, I'm Diane Allen. This is me, and healthy eating and add some spice to your life.